Okay, hi. Welcome to my channel, Auntie Tarot. If you've been drawn to this message, there must be something here within that's for you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's get to looking at some cards. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's see what Spirit has to say today for you. Already a flipper. Woo! Interesting, huh? So maybe something hidden here. We think we have one card and we actually have four. Could be very significant. The card that came out first was the Five of Swords. And it came out in such a way that it was sideways, so I interpret that as you could think there are maybe someone's playing games with you, mind games, someone has to win at all costs, or are they rethinking that and not wanting to be that way? Are they changing? Is this you changing? What's behind it that we didn't see is this might not be a good partnership. It might not be what you think. It might not be a soul connection. I do see collaboration here, cooperation. This can be in work. This also could be in a marriage. Page of Swords is talking about messages of truth. Interest in learning something new. Passion for learning. And I'm seeing that, let me put this up here because that started us out. I'm seeing there's a feeling of lack, or you're trying to get out of a lack mentality. Someone around you has a lack mentality. Queen of Swords, she is very analytical. She's going to be mind over heart. She gets what she wants. She's very, she puts a lot of thought into what she's doing, what her actions will be. She's not overrun by emotions or feelings of the heart. Someone in your energy you feel has been playing games, or you feel like you've been playing games maybe, or maybe you have been playing games with someone that you don't, I'm just getting this now, with someone that you don't want to admit is your soulmate. You come from a win mentality, win, and the vulnerability of meeting this person who has kind of rocked your world, that it is a soulmate connection, you are not comfortable with, you are in a way denying. But it looks like you're trying to be more comfortable with it over time, I'm getting. Maybe you have pushed it away. That's part of your mind game, or having to win, or having to get control of your emotions here. But I do see that you've kept the relationship going in kind of a cooperative or collaborative way. But you've done so with an attitude of let's learn together. You know, it's more, what I want to say, it's more focused on interests rather than your feelings of perhaps true love here. You come from a feeling of lack in the love department is what I'm getting. And why this is a situation that makes you hesitant, uncomfortable, afraid to meet someone that might be your divine counterpart. Other relationships haven't worked out, and they haven't worked out for many years. it's made you be very analytical. I believe this is you, the Queen of Swords. Whether male or female, as you know, tarot doesn't express a gender, but this would be more female energy. And, you know, certainly you could be a man in your female energy. I'm seeing that you have a feeling, or again, with this lack kind of mentality of not recognizing what you bring to the table. You're not giving yourself enough credit. And I do see where I'm reading this as you feel like you're coming to the table with some toxicity. So that's also maybe what's holding you back. Or you and this person have had some toxic ties or some toxic experiences, and that's what's holding you back. Yeah, definitely I'm getting gameplay on your part because you don't want to open up and be vulnerable. You maybe have in the past, it hasn't worked out, as I mentioned. But Spirit's reminding you, you bring a lot to the table. Go forth with courage. Let's see. That's the message thus far. Let's see what else we have. I feel like this deck is maybe quieting down. We'll switch to another deck here. Oh, okay. Star. Yeah. This definitely is about you healing. And it's interesting that it's right next to talking about toxicity and knowing your worth, knowing your value in a relationship, what you bring to the table. You know, you're so analytical. You're always talking to yourself about the facts of this, the logic of it, and talking yourself out of maybe the emotional love part of this. But know that you bring a lot to the table. And whatever is toxic, it looks like it can turn around. There is healing here with the Star. Maybe you're dealing with a celebrity. You are a celebrity. There is something here about being recognized as such. Maybe you're a star in your field. I'm reading it more as healing. This card can be largely about healing and success. It's a beautiful card. It's an interesting read for sure. Okay, at the bottom of the deck you have the Empress in the reverse. So this talks about a very needy person, a codependency. That's interesting. Someone who isn't abundant, not fertile, not full of energy, not full of ideas, this type of thing. Very codependent type of feeling here that I'm getting. I think this is you. You felt like you've been this way in the past, or you've been in situations like this. But it's followed by the Moon, which can talk about what's hidden. Maybe you don't want to be reliant on others, dependent on others, and you feel like if you open yourself up to this soulmate connection, some connection you felt very strongly about, it's different. It's a different emotion you haven't felt for somebody is what I'm getting. You don't want to be dependent. That's your secret. You don't want to tell your feelings. That's how I'm reading that. You're keeping your, what's hidden is your feelings for this person. But I feel like your gameplay that you started out with hasn't worked over time. So you're rethinking that. Has that even been worth it to, certainly, you know, we all try and protect our hearts, but has it been worth it? Or do you want to step forward and try here? Try with this person that you recognize as being potentially your soulmate, that you've been blocking, pushing out of your world, keeping it based on interests and hobbies and nothing more, because you fear what's possible, and you fear that it's going to be like other relationships that haven't worked. Toxicity, I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, don't worry about that you're healing. Or if you're worried about a toxic partner, this person is healed. They've worked on themselves. This won't be, I do get a general sense of this won't be like the other relationships. You got to give it a chance. So stop hiding your feelings here. realize what you bring to the table. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have here? Our messages are of the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. Yes, and it is in the upright, so luck is on your side. Good things coming your way. Yeah, all this reeks of, in a good way, go for it. This could actually be the relationship you've been waiting for that could work, that's meant for you. Four of Wands, you're uncertain. It comes out sideways. Four of Wands in the upright talks about complete bliss, and it generally talks about family, celebration. In the reverse, it can talk about not recognizing the small things in life that are so important. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying this is a go. Go for it. This is going to work out for you. Good karma is here. Good fortune is here, and you're just not sure. You're not sure. But I believe the Queen of Cups that follows shows me that that's what you think of this person. You think they're very sweet and nurturing. And it's what you've wanted all along, but you haven't found it. You haven't found a nurturing person. You've maybe found people who have pretended to be nurturing, and you found out otherwise. But this person is just a sweetheart you're around, and you feel like, is this too good to be true? I feel like it's kind of the message that you, or the internal dialogue that you have going. The Devil in the reverse. Release this. Spirit is saying, release this fear. That this isn't going to be your happily ever after. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Because it is. The Hermit. You've gone within, or this person has gone within, and they've worked on self. And that has made the difference here. Ace of Wands. It's going to be a passionate new beginning. You just have to let it happen. Let it unfold, collective. Let it unfold. Speak your truth. You never can go wrong. Speak your truth. Okay, these are spinners. Okay, interesting. Spinning around in my hand here is the Queen of Swords and Judgment. Okay, in another deck, you're getting what I perceive to be your energy here as the Queen of Swords. You're getting her in another deck. She's coming up. So yeah, this has been a hard road for you to decide. Head over heart is where you usually operate from. And Spirit's asking for you to put your heart first this time. It's very uncomfortable for you, but I think if you go for it, you'll find a very nice, it's followed by judgment. There's judgment here. It's time. It's time for you to have what you've wanted maybe your whole life. You know, maybe this is someone you wanted, you know, this style of person you wanted even as a child. Or maybe you wanted your mother to be more like this, or your father, a parental figure, to be more like this. And now here they come, and it's like they're here, and you don't know what to do, and you're trying to talk yourself out of it. But Spirit's saying, no, they're here for a reason. You've manifested them on and off, maybe consciously or subconsciously, your whole life, and here they are. So get out of that mindset of the Queen of Swords, which is more head over heart, and just go with the flow here. This person is here for a reason. Treat them well. Allow them to treat you well. So the toxicity card, I think, addressing that. There's something here you keep pushing away. Stop pushing this away. Embrace it. This person is not going to be like others. They're not going to be codependent. They're not going to be using you for other things. It's going to be a true connection here, a true soulmate connection. And even though we see the Two of Cups in the reverse initially, I do believe that's you. That's you playing games and turning that around, because the cards speak another story, that you're pushing this away, but it's actually a divine gift. So give it a chance. Six of Swords. Move to calmer waters. Get out of your head. thinking about, oh, the past relationships are just going to keep repeating themselves. They don't have to. You're healing. The toxicity can, we always are working on our toxicity on a daily basis, but I see that, you're holding yourself back where you don't need to be. The Empress. This is you, this is them. It's somebody that's worked really hard on themselves. We see that with the Hermit. Maybe both of you have, as I mentioned, and you've elevated yourself. We're working in a high vibration that you weren't before, with other people. Maybe they weren't. Maybe before you were together, you guys weren't. Maybe that's the toxicity in the card. But you've manifested, the Magician, this outcome with this person. You've manifested this relationship, and here it is. So Spirit is saying, don't hide. Here it is. You've manifested it. It's here. Fortune is on your side. Get out of your head. Go with the flow. Embrace it. Wow, that is really powerful, and that is really beautiful. The Sun in the reverse. You're worried. You're worried this is not going to lead to happiness. I don't see that you have anything to lose if you've had relationships in the past that have left you feeling unhappy. And the cards say that this will lead to happiness. Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Yeah, you certainly have a lot of worries here. Let's get one more card or a couple more. Which way are we going to flip this here? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Strength. Oh, you're feeling like this isn't going to make you happy, just like all the other relationships, and you don't have this. And will you have the strength for it? It's going to require some strength. Do you have the strength for it? Strength comes out in the reverse. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Spirit is saying, open up your heart. You may be missing some signs here. This person is giving you. Open up your heart is the message. Two of Wands. Plan for the future with this person. Make a plan. Here they are. I feel like that needed to be this way, actually, and I believe that makes more sense, which is the Star confirming you're healed. Now, if I misjudge that and it's supposed to be in the reverse, it's just talking about, don't give up. Don't lose faith. Make your plan with this person. If this message is for you, you know who this person is. You know who you've been pushing away. You know who's making you nervous because they could be exactly what you've been manifesting, wishing for many. I'm getting for many years. Three of Swords in the reverse. You're worried about heartbreak, but in the reverse here, this talks about, maybe look back on the relationships you've had and be honest with yourself about how you contributed to that heartache, because, there's two people in every relationship, or, I should say maybe responsibility on people's part to partake in a relationship. So learn from those mistakes. But this is saying, heartbreak is what you're anticipating. Unhappiness. No, open up your heart. You do have the strength for this. Get to figuring out, your plans for the future with this person. There's happiness here, and there's abundance. This will have a different outcome. We'll go one more time with this deck. I love this read. I think so many people can relate to this read, when you finally see what you've been wanting, and then all of a sudden there's like a feeling of panic, like, oh, here it is. Okay, am I ready for this? Yes, you are ready for this. Spirit is saying you have the strength. Don't doubt yourself. You're ready for it. You've asked for it. It's here. Don't talk yourself out of this. Page of Swords in the reverse. This is talking about, it can be a sense of all talk, no action. So make sure you're not in that mode. We see over and over again, you've done the work, you're vibing on a different level, a higher level now. You're ready for this. Give it a go. Don't be all talk and no action. Just go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it, are the repeating cards here. On the bottom, you have the Five of Wands in the reverse. This can talk about, and that's interesting that we kind of wrap up with how we started. This can talk about a feeling of competition. You know, maybe you've gotten into relationships and it's been, and it's been competitive. Or maybe with this, you know, it like took you by surprise, like, oh my gosh, here it is. This is what I've been wanting all along, but I don't know how to deal with it because it's so different from what I'm used to, that I'm just going to make it kind of a competitive thing. And that's where I feel more comfortable. But in this mode, you've also been pushing it away. So don't push that away. And let's get out some charms and a couple of oracles to wrap this up. Okay, so let's get out an oracle or two. We'll see what flips. Spirit, what is the message here? The oracle message we need to be hearing today for our collective. This is an exciting, I really like this. I think a lot of people can relate to this. And it's very exciting. The prospect of this, that it's finally here. That's very exciting. I'm happy for who this resonates with. Spirit. An oracle card, please. And then we'll wrap up here today. Resistance. Well, there we go. Need we say more? Yeah, you've been resisting this the whole time. I feel like it's been going on for a couple of years, maybe more, or maybe just a few months, but you recognized it when you first were around it. You recognized this relationship, and I believe it just kind of freaked you out. And you've been pushing it away for however long, but it's here, and Spirit is saying, stop resisting it. Let's see if there's another message, and I'll also look in the book for what this card means a little bit more, but I think that says volumes. 14. Okay, 14. Break through your internal resistance and courageously follow your chosen life path. How perfect. Keep going on your journey, even though you may be constantly distracted from your mission. Don't be distracted. Focus and stay on course. Even when negative thoughts, demanding relationships, or small setbacks block your path, just keep going. When this card appears, it means you may have a problem with procrastination. It can also indicate self-sabotage and feel a failure of success. Okay, I do believe that is exactly what we've talked about. Don't self-sabotage. Fear failure. There's success here. We see it over and over again. In the inner struggle of not feeling good enough, okay, we talked about that. Remember what you bring to the table in your relationships. Push through the resistance you feel. Trying to make something perfect or take away from completing a project, Trying to make something perfect can take away from completing a project. Completed is better than perfect. You have a cosmic responsibility to fulfill your life purpose, and though it may not always be easy, it will bring rich learning experiences. Indeed. I think that's a very nice wrap up. Let's get a charm here for you. Charm one or two. Oh, we've got a few. Okay, so we've got the fairy. Lovely. Perhaps fairies working in your favor here has read and heard your manifestations. Maybe you've written them down. Maybe you've said them in prayer or silently to the universe, and you have been heard. I believe that fairy dust is all around this, if you believe in such a thing, which I do. I think the fairies are working hard. They've brought you exactly what you've wished for. I'm not quite sure what this is. Oh, this is the lotus flower. And you know, this talks about speaking your truth. So that's very interesting. Speak your truth here. We also talked about that. This looks to be a spoon, or I'm going to say this might even be a microphone. And I feel like Speak your truth. Get in front of that microphone. Tell that person how you feel. Then let it flow. Let it flow naturally. I'm hearing it's not going to be work. It shouldn't be work. Just stop putting the brakes on. Let the universe help you get this flow going. It's here. You've asked for it. Wonderful read. I love this read. It's beautiful. If you've liked this message and you like my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay in your light. Know your worth. Peace. Peace.